Communicate to connect. Toastmaster Tushar, communicate to connect.
Thank you. Communication is a bridge to connect with others. When we communicate, we share our emotions, thoughts, and information with others. There are different types of communication every person has, and there are different types of communication in different situations. Today, I'm going to talk about these kind of different communication skills. When we are aware of our communication skill, that will help us captivate audience attention. Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. Have you ever wondered what happens before a war starts between two nations? Negotiation, communication. There is a communication happening between two countries, and when the communication stops, the war starts. Similar thing happens in our home. When you have a communication where there is more emotion and less information, there is a war. And then there is no communication. Things normalize in our home only when the communication starts. This is the impact of communication. There are 4 different types of communication we have. They can be remembered by an acronym called DIANS. DIANS. The first communication is direct. Direct communication is decisive, independent, and confident. It is goal-driven and it is done in an environment. For example, any communication which happens by a bureaucrat in a United Nations is a direct communication. There is no emotion to it. They give the information and in a formal environment. Similar thing we can see in our club also. There are some members who are very good in such communication. One such communicator is Toastmaster Adhiraj, who is the TMOD. What I like about his speech is whenever he comes on the stage, he gives clarity on what he is going to talk. He gives the decision what he is going to do in speech as well as one-on-one conversation, and he challenges you to do better. This is about the direct communication. The second one is initiating communication. In initiating communication, the person is sensible, social, fun-loving, talking more than listening, and trying to do new things. If you have seen the movie Jab We Met, the character of Kareena Kapoor is just like an initiating communication. Talking about Kareena Kapoor, we have Toastmaster Pooja in our club. Her style is also what I feel is initiating communication style. When I was taking the role of Sergeant at Arms, she was always emphasizing me to do something different, add some fun element to it. And she always gave me more time. Sergeant at Arms role is for 2 minutes, but she gave me more time just to have those conversation, have the involvement of the other team members. So that is initiating communication. Number 3 is analytical communication. Analytical communication is something which I think we are all good at in our corporate life, because this is driven by data, information, where we are providing information based on some facts and then being very diplomatic. On a lighter note, this communication happens in our office, in our mails also, where we write our mail with the line "as discussed." Means if something goes wrong, it's not my fault. Then the last communication style is supportive. Supportive communication is where we are very calm, steady. We take care of the other person, understand his perspective, and being very gentle, loyal, and careful. If we have seen DTM Uday sir, his communication style, I believe, is a supportive communication style. The way he talks to members, the way he talks to guests is a supportive communication style. And I think it is a communication style for all of us, because the mission statement of our club says we provide supportive and positive learning experience where members are empowered to develop their communication style and leadership skills. Now, talking about my preferred communication style. My preferred communication style is somewhere between analytical and supportive. Analytical, why? Because at work, I have to be analytical. Being an engineer, that is my duty to talk on facts, logic, statement. I also sometimes write my mail with as discussed. However, supportive, yes, I am not able to talk to anyone directly, like you need to do this. Direct communication is like that, you need to do this, I need this by 5 p.m. I am not able to do that. Instead of that, I try to understand that person, try to be very gentle with him, understand, and then get my work done. So this is my style of supportive. Being supportive also helps you in your home. And communication is so important that you can relate it from, I'll give you one example. If you have read the book uh, written by Chris Voss, where he said never split the difference, who is a FBI top hostage negotiator. He says it is good to communicate with the kidnappers, because when we are talking, at least they are not shooting. This plays a very important role. Apart from verbal communication, non-verbal communication is equally important. Non-verbally, we communicate by our gestures, our body language. If I'm standing like this and listening to the other person, definitely it pretends that I'm not interested to listen to that person. We communicate by distance. If I'm standing very close to a person, that means that okay, I'm close to this person and I can listen to him. If I'm very far from someone, then again I communicate. So communication is verbal also and non-verbal as well. At the end, I would like to leave you with one message regarding communication. Craft your words. Be very careful when you speak, and craft your words before they fall. Over to the Toastmaster of the day.